This is our theme for the entire year. We're going to be going into a promised land. We're going to be walking into our destiny. We're going to be possessing our possession. We're going to be grabbing hold to the promise of God. We're going to, in the process, be giving ourselves away. We're going to give God all we got this year. Last year's dead and gone. Next year hadn't even came yet. But this year, we're grabbing hold to every promise God has in store for us. Every word that God has spoken to our spirit, we're going to grab it. We're going to chase after it. We're going to own it. We're going to possess it. We're going to let it possess us. Right here in Joshua, the 5th chapter, you'll see exactly what I mean. The 5th chapter of Joshua, verses 1 through 12, you'll read these words. So it was when all the kings of the Amorites, who are on the west side of the Jordan, and all of the kings of the Canaanites, who were by the sea, heard that the Lord had dried up the waters of the Jordan from before the children of Israel until we had crossed over, that their heart melted, and they were no spirit in them any longer because of the children of Israel. At the time the Lord said to Joshua, make flint knives for yourselves and circumcise the son of Israel again the second time. So Joshua made flint knives for himself and circumcised the sons of Israel at the heel of the foreskin. And this is the reason why Joshua circumcised them. All the people who came out of Egypt, who were males, all the men of war had died in the wilderness on the way after they had come out of Egypt. For all the people who come out had been circumcised, for all the people born in the wilderness on the way as they came out of Egypt had not been circumcised. For the children of Israel walked 40 years in the wilderness. To all the people who were men of war who came out of Egypt were consumed because they did not obey the voice of the Lord, to whom the Lord swore that he would not show them the land which the Lord had sworn to their fathers that he would give us, a land flowing with milk and honey. Then Joshua circumcised their sons, whom he raised up in their place. For they were uncircumcised because they had not been circumcised on the way. So it was when they had finished circumcision, all the people, that they stayed in their place in the camp till they were healed. Then the Lord said to Joshua, this day I have rolled away the reproach of Egypt from you. Therefore the name of the place is called Gilgal to this day. Now the children of Israel camped in Gilgal and kept the Passover on the 14th day of the month of twilight in the plains of Jericho. And they ate the produce of the land, and on that day after the Passover, unleavened bread and parched grain on the very same day. Listen to this. And the manna ceased on the day after they had eaten the produce of the land. And the children of Israel no longer had manna, but they ate the food of the land of Canaan that year. May God have a blessing on the hearers and doers and readers of his word. I just want to preach from the topic, possessing God's promises. Possessing God's promises. Nothing makes me more excited than a promise from God. Nothing makes me more excited than God speaking to me, saying that I can have what he said I can have. That I can do what he said I can do. That I can be who he said I can be. Nothing gets me more excited than when God tells me something. Because I believe, I don't know about you, but I believe that when God said, that settles it. I believe that I don't have to put a question mark behind any of the promises of God. I believe that when God says something to me, I believe that what he said got to come to pass. And one of the most prolific scriptures in the Bible is that when it says it came to pass. It never say how long, it never say when, it never say how many months, it never say how many years, but I love it when it say it came to pass. Somebody shout, it came to pass. And whatever your it is, it will come to pass. Especially if it's the word spoken by God. Because when God speaks a word, he said it won't return unto him void. And I don't know about you, but I need a promise from God. I need a promise from God this year. I need a promise from God right now. I can't live on yesterday's anointing, but I can live on God's promise. I tell you what, y'all, I can face tomorrow if I got God's promise. I tell you what, I can take it if I have God's promise. I tell you what, I'll be all right if I got God's promise. Some people need a lot of things, but all I need is a promise from God. Some people need new clothes. Some people need a bigger house. Some people need new furniture. Some people need a new identity. Some people need to work on their body. Some people may need to work on their mind. But all I need is God's promise. Because if I got God's promise, I got everything else. Because the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God. And then he made a promise to you. He said, all these other what? I wish I had a Bible reading here today. All I need is the promise of God. That's all I need to face tomorrow. All I need is the promise of God. That's all I need to make it to this year. The promise of God can keep me in 2018. And the promise of God can keep me for the rest of my life. Can I help you out? Can I give you some promises of God? It says in 2 Peter 1 and 4, and because of this glory and excellence, he has given us great and precious promises that are the promises that enable you to share his divine nature and escape the world's corruption caused by human desires. I like it because it says in all God promises, they are yes. And I don't care how many no you hear, all it takes is one yes. You can hear no a million times. All you need is one yes to make it through tomorrow. How many just looking for one yes? Yes on your job, yes on your body, yes on your finance. All you need is somebody say one yes. That's all you need is just one yes. You ought to clap for that one yes. You ought to shout for that one yes. What will you do for one yes from God? Are you too stubborn? You too step up? You too cute? You too dignified? I don't know about you, but all I need is just one yes. I think I'm one dance away. I think I'm one shout away. I think I'm one clap away from God just saying yes. Anybody want God to say yes? Anybody just want God to say yes? Yes to your body. Yes to your finance. Yes to your family. Somebody shout yes. Jeremiah 29 and 11. Can I give you another promise? It says, for I know the plans I have for you. He says, for the Lord says, they are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. Can I give you another promise? Matthew 11, 28 and 29. Come to me, all ye who are heavy laden. He said, and I shall give you rest. He said, upon my yoke and learn of me, and you will find rest for your soul. For my burden is light and my yoke is easy. Somebody say, all I need is one yes. All I need is one yes. Can I give you one more? I love this one, Isaiah 40, 29 and 31. He gives power to the weak. Strength to the powerless. Even youth will become weak and tired, and young men will utterly fall. But he that waiteth on the Lord, I wish I could get a witness right here. I wish I could get a witness right here. But he that waiteth on the Lord, anybody that waiting on God right now? Anybody that waiting on God? Didn't get it last year. And somebody say, I'm waiting. That's me right now. Somebody say, you talking about me right here, Pastor? That's my promise right here, Pastor. Because I'm waiting on God. He that waiteth on the Lord, they shall renew their strength. Y'all want to help me right here? They shall, I'm getting happy right now, y'all. Because I've been waiting on some stuff that only God can give. I've been waiting on some stuff that only God can heal. I've been waiting on some stuff that only God can do. Somebody say, I'm waiting on the Lord. I'm not waiting on no finance. I'm not waiting on my checkbook. I'm not waiting on my supervisor. Somebody say, I'm waiting on the Lord. The promises of God. And they're written all over the Bible. Every time you open the Bible and read a scripture, you are reading a potential promise from God. Every day there's a promise from God to you. And God is telling you to grab hold to that promise. And when I learned about the promises of God, they will light a fire up in your tail. The promise of God will make you live on. The promise of God will make you move on. The promise of God will make you go on. I believe you can't kill nobody who got a promise from God. Because I believe they would have killed Joseph and Joseph wouldn't have remembered his dream. They would have killed Joseph in that pit if he had to remember that dream. They would have killed Joseph at Potiphar's house if he had not remembered that dream. They would have killed him in prison if he had to remember that dream. But they messed up and let the promise get inside of him. And when the promise got inside of him, go to the promised land. They have been hearing about it just about all their life. These children of Israel were born in the wilderness. The older generation died out because they would not believe. That generation did not believe. That generation could not have faith. That generation did not have faith. And because of it, God allowed them to wander in the wilderness till every last one of them died out. He said none of y'all will get a chance to step foot in this promised land. The only ones is Caleb and Joshua. Because they had the nerve to believe what I already said. Because they believe what I already said, then they got the right to step into what I said they can have. And I wish I could get somebody in here who can believe God for some crazy stuff. When everybody think you done lost the doggone mind, and you are believing God for some crazy stuff. If God said I can have it, then I sure know gonna get it. I don't care what my circumstances look like right now. I just believe that God said that I'll tell it right now. A period, explanation mark behind what's been made. And I believe y'all that God done spoken some stuff over our life that it got to come to pass. The super center got to come to pass. My body got to get healed. My mind got to ride up with the word of God. Some stuff got to happen. I can't die until it come to pass. When you turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, what promises are spoken over you? Are spoken over you.
Yes, sir.
They never saw the Red Sea get divided.
Yes, sir.
They only heard about it.
Yes, sir.
They never see the Red Sea divide.
Yes,
they
sir.
only heard about
yes,
it.
Sir.
They weren't there when the older generation walked over on dry ground.
Yes,
they only heard about it.
Yes, sir.
But what God did for the grandma,
yes, sir.
God did for them. Oh, golly, I wish I could get a witness in here. I wasn't here during the 60s.
Yes, sir.
I only heard about it.
Yes, sir.
But the same God that brought my mama and daddy out,
yes, sir.
the same God that's bringing me and my wife out. I wasn't here during the Great Depression. I only heard about it. But the same God that provided then is the same God that's providing now. How many of y'all know He's still? I said He's still. Make a way out of no way. You want to have a witness in here? God parted any seas in your life. Somebody said I didn't come out the Red Sea, but I sure came out of the Jordan. They came out of the Jordan River.
Yes, sir.
And God parted the Jordan River at flood stage. And here they are now facing Jericho. This is a congregation that's ready to get it. They're ready to have it.
Yes, sir.
The promise of God is standing right in the face.
Yes, sir.
They never been in the promised land. Their forefathers was at the right river, but they were the wrong people.
Yes, sir.
This is the right people
Yes, sir.
at the right river
Yes, sir.
at the right time.
Yes, sir.
And they crossed on over.
Yes, sir.
How many of y'all know many didn't make it to 2018?
Yes, sir.
You crossed on over.
Yes, sir.
And you ought to be happy that God has brought you this far. Somebody ought to say, there's some promises. And I'm going to go ahead and go on now. Since I done made it over. Since I done made it into... Since I done crossed over to this year. There's some stuff I believe He done kept me alive too. And kept me alive for. As they were getting ready to cross over, He crossed them over in a miraculous way.
Yes, sir.
He said, but I want you to remember this. He said, grab you some smooth stones from among the riverbanks.
Yes, sir.
Then grab you some from down there all by the river.
Yes, sir.
Get your 2 stones. Let one remind you what I did.
Yes, sir.
But let the other remind you what you did.
Yes, sir.
Let one remind you about my faithfulness.
Yes, sir.
And let the other remind you about your faith.
Yes.
Oh, y'all, can I get a
Yes,
witness?
sir. Yes, sir.
How many of y'all know God been faithful?
Yes, sir.
I still got faith.
Yes, sir.
I said God been faithful. And I still got faith. No matter what has happened in my life, God has always proven, boy, I'm going to always be here. Since He's always faithful, I'm going to always have faith. It seemed like, this was a good time to let them have Jericho. It seemed like it was a good time. Since they were fired up.
Yes, sir.
Since they were getting up and since they were motivated. Go ahead and get it, y'all. It seemed like this was the perfect opportunity for them to possess God's possession. But they couldn't get God's possession until they first grabbed hold to the promise. The only reason you're getting the possession is because I made the promise. And if you get more excited about the possession and not the promise maker, then the possession will slip right through your hands. How many of y'all know that you got everything you need at the house? All because God made a promise. And there's some folks that are bragging about what they got instead of bragging on who gave it to them. Didn't y'all hear him say in Philippians, my God shall supply all of thy needs? So while you bragging about what you possess, why don't you take time, stop for a minute, and brag about who gave it to you? Instead of bragging about what you got, why don't you brag about the one who gave it to you? And I don't want you to grab hold of Jericho first until you realize I'm the one that's putting it in your hand. So before you get your possessions, here goes some promises. So the promises of God was made to the children of Israel. And that's what y'all, he did it to them now, right before they can grab the land. But they already there.
Amen.
They are in there. They've never been there before. They are in Canaan for the first time. In 400 years, they are in Canaan. They have been in Canaan since Jacob had been there. Jacob moved from Canaan and had to move to Egypt because of the famine. And because of the famine, the children of Israel been in Egypt for 400 years in slavery. Because there was a Pharaoh that was raised up who knew not God. They have been back in Canaan for 400 years. And the only reason they are in Canaan now is because God told Abraham, I shall give you this land. Your children shall move and go to Egypt and be in slavery. So I will deliver them out of slavery and bring them back to this land, flowing with milk and honey. I wish I could get a louder with you right here. They're back in the land because of God's promise. And you're here right now because of God's promise. You are standing on holy ground because of God's promise. You don't even know, but you right where God wants you to be. You don't even know it, but you are on the verge of your breakthrough. You are on the verge of your blessing. You are on the verge of being healed. You are on the verge of being delivered. You are on the verge of being set free. You don't even know it, but you already there. Somebody turn to the neighbor and say, neighbor, I didn't even know it, but I'm already there. You're in the right place, at the right time, at the right moment, and you're destined for a miracle. I need somebody to shout right there. I need somebody to praise God right there. Somebody say, I'm here. And I'm next in line for a miracle. He said, but this is what I want you to do. It's steps to being blessed. I'm going to bless you because of my word. But it ain't the promise you need to be looking for now. It's the previous to the promise. You see, the promise is what I do. But the premise, AJ, is what you do. I'm going to do my part. But it's time for you to do your part. And this is what I want you to do, to grab hold to that promise. So you can grab hold to that possession. I want you to first consecrate yourself. Yeah, you finna get this blessing. But there's something that comes with the blessing, Tashar, that you need to do. Because since I'm a holy God, I don't just give out ordinary blessings. And I don't give blessings out to everybody. I know the Bible said it rains on the just as well as the unjust. But trust me, a spiritual blessing is a blessing that comes from God to his people. And I'm finna give you something that's gonna knock your socks off. And listen to this. This is a head swimming blessing. It's a head swimming blessing because you can't even dream this up. Oh God. I want you to stop for a moment. And I want you to picture heaven. You can't do it, can you? You can't picture heaven, can you? You know why? Because you've never been there before. You can't picture heaven, can you? You can't picture staying in a place where there's no more sickness, no more crying, no more dying, no more hurting. You can't picture staying in a place where you will be there forever. And the streets are made of gold. I'm going to tell you why you can't be see that. Because your ears haven't heard. And your eyes haven't seen. The good things that God got in store for you. This is a head-swimming blessing I'm about to give you. So I need you to be right for the miracle. In order for you to get this promise, consecrate yourself. Consecrate, what does consecrate mean? That means to set yourself apart for God's holy use. And there can be no consecration without a dedication. And there can be no dedication without a separation. And there can be no separation without sanctification. If you sanctify yourself, separate yourself, dedicate yourself, then you can consecrate yourself. And what I need you to do in order to consecrate yourself, golly, I might have to do a part two on this one.
Come on, Doc.
I ain't gonna be able to get rid of all this one.
Come on, Doc.
In order to consecrate yourself, Carmen, you got to treat yourself like a doctor. Because a doctor don't go work on bodies without first scrubbing themselves. They first have to sanitize themselves so that any germs can be avoided. And what they do is they wash their hands thoroughly over and over again so that their hands can be made sanctified, consecrated, separated for the use that it's up to. And so what God is telling you to do is, I'm finna give you a promise that only I can give you. Wash your hands, wash your head, and wash your heart, because I'm getting ready to blow your mind. I said wash your hands, wash your head, wash your heart, and I'm getting ready to blow your mind. I said wash your hands, wash your head, and wash your heart, I'm getting ready to blow your mind. Somebody ought to be sitting there right now saying, God, I will do whatever I have to do to be blessed by you. And God said, this is how I want you to consecrate yourself. I need you, Joshua, to make a flint knife. In other words, take you a rock and make that rock real sharp. I mean, you got to beat it up against another rock, because only iron is sharpen iron and rock is sharpen rock. I want you to make that rock real sharp, and I want you to go and circumcise every male child.
All right. Yes, Lord.
Y'all better catch on.
I want you to take them by their dog tail.
Yes, sir.
That's what me and Joshua used to call it. Take them by their dog tail. Pull it till the foreskin comes to the forefront. And at the heel of the forefront.
Come on, now.
All right. See it, Doc. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because they can't get my promise.
Yes, sir.
With old flesh hanging on to it. I'm giving you a brand new promise. Yes, sir. But you got some old flesh hanging on to it. Before I give it to you, yes, sir. Consecrate yourself. Yes, sir. Put some stuff out. Somebody said this lying that I do, the gossip that I get in, all this bitter, all this meanness, all this hatredness, I got to clear it out. I wish I had time to stay right there. I wish I had time to stay right there. That your mean, hateful self can get a brand new blessing. Your mean, hateful self can get a brand new love. If you want God to bless you, put some stuff on. Put some stuff on. Can I say it like the young folks say it? You need to cut it. Oh Lord, have mercy. I'm about to do a part two on this one, y'all.
Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc.
Let me run to the next point.
Yes, sir. Yes,
After
sir.
your consecration, it need to be some confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Because I need to confirm there's something in you.
Yes, sir.
Because now that I have cut your foreskin away from you, and you have revisited circumcision.
Yes, sir.
Because remember, they ain't been circumcised before.
Yes, sir.
So had they go back to what he told Abraham. If you want to be my child, circumcise every male child. And as a covenant between me and you, Abraham, you circumcise and I'll give you the land. And what God was doing with them is made them revisit circumcision. But now God is reconfirming who they are. Because listen to this, they hadn't been tried yet. This group had came through the Jordan by God's mighty hand. And now they on the threshing floor of being blessed by God's mighty hand. But God said, hold up, hold your horses. I can't bless you yet. I don't know who you are. I gotta put you through some tests. So you can prove to be my child. Because faith untried is faith unproven. I got to see how you can handle my promise. Because maybe if I give you this blessing right now, I won't see you in church for another 3 months. Everybody can't handle a brand new car. Somebody will get it and won't you see them in Bible study? They won't come to Sunday school. You won't hear another hallelujah from them. If you can give me a hallelujah on the bus, I'll graduate you to a hooper. Give me a praise Jesus with the hooper. Then I get you a Honda Accord. You can praise me on the Honda Accord. I got a Honda waiting for you. Right around the corner. Can I get somebody to praise God? Who's that? Can I get somebody who used to be a I need somebody to praise God. You avert my test by complaining and doubting. This year in 2018, I want you to count it all joy when you go through the trials of many kinds. Knowing it's the testing of your faith. Allow it to finish its course, that you may be complete. Lacking nothing. Say, neighbor, you have to take this test. You got to take this test. It's an open book test. Somebody say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. It's an open book test. Just in case you get stuck on one of the questions, refer back to what it says in Psalms. We've been endure for a night. Thank you for the promise. Just in case you get stuck, know what the Lord said, He ain't gonna put no more on you than you can bear. Somebody help me. Need to be some contemplation. Now that I know after you've been cut, you can't do nothing but trust me. Because Jericho is staring you in the face. Everybody that's over there is scared of you. Because they know you coming to grab their land. Now there you are circumcised, hurting. You hurt, trust me. You hurt. And you can't do nothing but trust me. You are a sitting duck right now. And if anything wants to come and hurt you, it can hurt you. Because when you're vulnerable, that's when you need to really trust in the Lord. But there needs to be a contemplation. I'm doing something for you right now that is going to allow you to receive my promises. Contemplation is this. I'm getting ready to remove the reproach of Egypt off you. You see, you came through the Jordan, but you still smell like Egypt. trying to get Egypt out of Israel.
Yeah.
After I brought Israel out of Egypt.